Hello and welcome to Sousui's Cake. Okay, it's time to share poems, so who should I go with first? Natsuki, Yuri or Monika? Yuri. I would want to go with Yuri first, but after what happened, I don't think it's the best idea. She's not acting the same way as how she would act. That's not the Yuri I know. No. Then perhaps I should go with Monika first. Yeah, she might know something, so I should go with her. Sousui, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I weren't supposed to see? You mean the way how Yuri acted? The way she looked at me? Monika, you know something, don't you? Please, tell me. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. Dangerous? Spend time with Yuri? What do you mean? I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Yuri cuts herself when she gets too excited? Monika, is that true? Then that means what I saw was real. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. She gets high from cutting herself? That's messed up. No, this can't be Yuri. This can't be the Yuri I know. Impossible. It might even be like a sexual thing. A sexual thing? You mean she takes pleasure in cutting herself? No, Yuri, why? Why, Yuri? But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. Me enabling her? What do you mean? I'm not saying it's your fault though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Okay, Monika's poem. Let's read it. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. There's missing letters, and that cacophony is all in capital. This is not the same poem. Something's not right. Okay, let's just go down for a bit. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage, an endless PM, I don't know what that is, of meaningless Go down. Delete her. Delete her. Delete who? Monika, what are you trying to say? Something's not right. What the hell?
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract.
Abstract. More like creepy, in my opinion.
I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining.
Monika, I know you have tons to explain. I can feel it in my bones.
Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to?
What? Huh? Monika?
Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me.
Monika, I'm right here. Of course I can hear you.
Anything?
Whoa. Please help me. Is this from Monika? Monika, I'm right here. I will always be here. What do you need help with? Are you okay?
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Monika, wait! Wait! What was that all about? That message. Please help me. Monika needs help. Okay. I don't know how to help her. But for now, I'll have to focus on the task at hand. So, Natsuki or Yuri? I think I'm gonna go with Natsuki first. Yeah.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either.
Phew. Yeah, phew. Thank God Natsuki is normal. At least I'm having a normal conversation with Natsuki. That makes me happy.
Huh? Feel what?
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday.
That's something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. I'm just so glad she's normal. I don't care if she smacks me or berates me.
Just make sure you find a little bit of influence from everyone. I think you're at least being influenced by Yuri a little bit, aren't you? I mean, I know you've been, like, spending some time with her or whatever. But you know, Monika and I are just as good as her.
Natsuki, what are you saying? Am I detecting a bit of jealousy from you? Please rest assured, you, Monika, and Yuri are all special and unique to me in your own way. Believe it.
At poems, I mean. So, you should really try to learn something or you'll never get better. Here's the one I wrote. I'll make sure you learn something from it.
Okay, Natsuki. Hold your horses. Let's give your poem a read. Alright? So, it's Amy likes spiders. Okay, I'll read this again, for Natsuki's sake. Here goes. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Okay, the poem seems normal. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Yup, it's the same old poem from Natsuki. Nothing creepy or whatsoever. No missing letters, no caps. I'm just glad Natsuki is normal. Thank God. Whew. Alrighty.
Not bad, right?
It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid.
You're right, Natsuki. People can be stupid at times. Very, very stupid.
Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Such as two of the girls in this fairy club, whom I respectfully won't name.
Two girls in this club? I see what you're getting at, Natsuki. I understand. You don't have to mention their names to me. I know who they are. Let's just keep it hush-hush. Alright? And let's not get too aggressive, okay?
Kind of ironic that even in my one place of comfort, I can't even have people respect me.
Natsuki, please don't say that. I'll respect you. I like your hobbies. They're pretty cool.
Jeez, now you're making me complain too much.
It's okay, Natsuki. You can complain to me. Just let it all out. I'm all ears, and I will never judge you for your hobbies. What did I do? For what it's worth, I respect you.
Well, I guess, thanks. But it's kind of obvious that you respect Yuri more, so... Whatever, we're done sharing, so you can leave now.
Me respecting Yuri more? Natsuki, that's not it. I respect you. I respect all of you equally. Please, believe me. Oh man, now she's angry. Okay. Last one. Yuri. According to Monika, Yuri gets too excited when I'm around. And what I saw earlier, that was not Yuri. I guess I can't avoid her. I have to face her. Okay, I got this.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Huh?
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Now I'm getting a bit worried.
Sousui. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Yuri? Are you okay? She seems normal. I just hope she doesn't do any weird outbursts. Even her hands appear sweaty.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Sousui.
Oh my god, her reaction changed. Okay, Sousui, keep your guard up.
Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Sousui? I'm not being weird, right?
No, Yuri, you're not weird. You're just being a little too happy. There is nothing wrong with that.
I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay?
Okay, Yuri. I'll gladly read your poem. Let's have a look. Oh my god. What the hell is this? This is not a poem, it's something else. And that stain on the paper, is that sweat? I hope it's sweat. Something's not right. Okay, I still gotta read it nevertheless. Here goes. Wheel. A rotating wheel turning an axle, grinding, bolthead, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a dark ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time, devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears and a ticking clock, a clock that takes 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time, a bolthead of holy stakes tied to the existence of a dark ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all. Okay, you gotta go down a bit. And open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? This is not Yuri's poem. This is not Yuri's poem. This is not Yuri's poem. This is messed up. This is rubbish. This is gibberish. This is madness. Okay, Sousui. Calm down. You're not afraid. You're not afraid. Whatever happens, you'll face through. You're not afraid. Don't let your guard down. Don't show weakness. Okay. Yuri? Are you okay?
It doesn't really matter what's it about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen.
My pen? What do you mean by that, Yuri?
That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes.
Yuri? You're doing it again. Are you okay?
So, I wrote this poem with it. And now, you're touching it.
Yuri, you're creeping me out. Please don't do this to me.
I'm okay. What did I just... Huh? Can we pretend this conversation never happened?
Yuri is back to normal. She's back to normal. Oh, thank God she's back to normal.
You can keep the poem, though.
Huh? You have unlocked the special poem. Would you like to read it? A special poem? Now of all times? Guess I have no choice but to say yes. Okay. Something's not right, but I don't have a choice. Okay, it's a poem. Things I like about Papa. Let's read it. I like when Papa come home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa come home from sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Okay, it's a poem about someone's Papa. Papa. Hang on. In the poem writing session, one of Natsuki's favorite words is Papa. Does that mean this poem is about Natsuki's father? Could it be?
Okay, everyone.
What's going on? Why is my screen all red? Is my character bleeding? Monika, please help.
We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
What's that sound? Is that the sound of my flesh?
We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Oh my god, that sound. That is definitely my flesh being digged by something.
Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
Guys, I seriously need some help. Please. What's going on? Why am I blacked out? Huh? Hello? Anybody? Somebody?
I don't really do well with last minute preparations.
Oh, thank God I'm back. I'm back. It feels like I'm going crazy, but I'm still sane. I'm still sane.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look. I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Sousui joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so good about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members would just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki? I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do.
As much as I want to say yes to Monika, I don't think I can anymore.
So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Sousui?
Me?
Now come on! You can't take advantage of Sousui to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monika. Do you really think that any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Sousui joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Sousui isn't even passionate about literature in the first place.
Natsuki, what are you saying? That's not how I feel at all.
And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members.
Natsuki, you're being a bit too mean to Monika. You're being a bit too harsh. Please stop.
The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Huh? Natsuki, don't say those things to Monika. You're making her feel bad. Oh my god, look at Monika. She's sad. What can I do to fix this? Monika is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Sousui want to get more members too. Right?
No, not you two, Yuri. Come on, me, you gotta say something. Huh? That's it? That's all you gotta say in this situation? God damn it, you're such a disappointment. You let Monika down. I am so not happy with my character right now. I so wanna punch you in the face, me! I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. Indifferent? More like being an idiot and not cool. Bloody bastard. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monika wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation...
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Aw, Monika. Poor Monika. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did?
But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything.
Sousui, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it?
What am I hoping to get out of it? I don't think I can answer that properly, Monika. Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? But still, I gotta cheer Monika up. I don't want to see her sad like this. I want to see her smile.
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monika sits down and stares at her desk. Monika, so sorry.
What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake?
Monika, please don't say that. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. What am I gonna do?
Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
Natsuki, that's enough. Please.
It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me.
Natsuki, I'm sorry you feel that way, but what am I gonna say?
And now, Monika wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away. Natsuki, she's not taking anything away.
No, Sousui. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one...
Oh, Natsuki.
I mean... At least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki is crying, and I can't do anything to cheer her up. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival, Yuri? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
Who cares about
What the
that
hell?
obnoxious brat?
Yuri?
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now.
What the hell was that? Was that Yuri's internal monologue?
And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
Nobody would
Oh
cry
my god,
if she
it's
killed herself.
it's happening again. Yuri? Huh?
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club.
I saw Yuri's eye got poked. Something's not right.
But what about you, Sousui? What do you want to get out of this club?
What do I want from this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monika.
I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing.
I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. A special place. I like that. I want this to be a special place for everyone, not just me.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way.
Huh? Yuri? Your right eye, it's bleeding. Oh my god.
With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help Monika with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
Okay, Yuri, thanks. I'm still worried about your right eye bleeding. Already? Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Has it stopped? Oh, thank God it stopped. Oh, thank God.
Hey, Yuri. Eh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday. But I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. Monika. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll all talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Sousui? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Sousui before we leave.
Chat with me for a little bit, Monika? Okay, I'm cool.
Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Huh?
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. It's okay, Yuri. Me and Monika are just gonna have a chat. That's all.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monika. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Monika waves as Yuri exits the classroom.
Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they?
Hectic? Yeah, you can say that, Monika.
So sweet. I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club.
Enjoying my time? Hold on. The screen. It's getting darker. Monika?
I would really hate to see you unhappy.
Monika. The screen. What's going on?
I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know?
I care about you too, Monika. More than you would imagine. But
I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here.
You and me are the only real people? Monika, to me, all of you are real.
You know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you.
Things you want to talk about with me? Okay, what are those things? I'm all ears.
Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait,
Monika?
not yet. No, stop
Monika,
it.
wait, Monika! Monika. She was about to tell me something important. Things that only I and her understand. I wonder what it is. All this time I thought it was Monika who's behind all the glitching and the crazy stuff that's happening in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is more to it. And the thing with Yuri, she's been acting really strange, like she's becoming unstable. I don't know. Well, there is only one thing to do. I gotta push forward, no matter what. Yeah.